especially where everybody was located. It's like, even if I webbed them, they just can't move. They can still attack. So it was a pointless form. And then, oh, fire. Oh shit. There goes that strategy.
Well, in fairness, he had to use his first turn to cast fire on the web.
Oh, did he?
Like, so yeah, rather than doing the fireball first turn, and he could have hit everybody, he had to wait till his next turn, and he still hit most everybody.
So I did something good. I saved some people.
He more or less saved Illyria from the fireball with that web.
I'm a team player. See, I thought that was like a passive thing where he was able to, like, purge. I don't know.
Nah, I had him use, because he gets 2 attacks per turn, and they're both like ranged flame things. So I just had him do those against the web. All right.
I would like to take a very long nap.
All right.
Somehow, some way. I'm spent. I literally have nothing. I have no spells, no rages, no animal forms. A short rest will give me that back, but whew, got nothing.
All right. So, Grabender, if you want to roll me an Arcana or a History check.
I'd like to go back and pick up my stone that I shot at the ogre.
Really? Arcana or History? I can't get a religion?
Not for this one, no.
You're both -1, so...
It's okay. With a -2, all those zombies still managed to pass your thing. I don't know how.
What do you need? Arcana or...
Or History.
Oh, yeah, I got negatives to both of those.
All right.
Negative intelligence.
So, having been told from Cassie in the room before about kind of the history of this cave itself, you believe that this flaming skull might have been conjured up by some of the wizards here in order to protect the mine from any intruders.
Is that what the green smoke was from him? Can we check that?
The green flame itself is from him. There's no smoke.
Oh, so all this green shit that's around the map is from him?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. I don't think there's anybody in the chat but us.
Does that tell me?
In there.
Oh, well, there was like
Ruby,
6
Sid,
for a while.
Me.
Does that tell me anything about, like, whether these things are really dead? Like, I mean, I try to double tap all undead because, you know, they keep coming back.
Yeah, cut the monkey ogre guy's head off. So we can come back.
The monkey ogre guy.
He looks like a gorilla.
An old baboon.
He does kind of got a baboon face, doesn't he?
I mean, it didn't seem to respond to my radiant damage. Would something else, like, be sure to kill it?
It's on the map, but it's no longer there, right? The green stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to go over and piss on the skull.
All right.
Because it nearly killed me.
And Illyria, the green flames from the skull itself are not. These green kind of, what looks like green gas is just on the map itself, so I can't change that.
Politely averts her eyes.
I'd like to look at this area over here and see what that is.
Ushi, you disappeared.
I'm eating, and I'm not really a beautiful eater, so.
How would you know that?
Because I just know.
She sits in front of a mirror eating.
Yeah, I'm gonna go around and, like, cast sacred flames on, like, everything that's dead.
All
Trying
right.
to make sure it stays dead.
All right.
Threx would like to go take some of that iron.
All right. And so, Illyria, go ahead and roll me the old one too. Rex can go ahead and roll me a. What would a mining check be? Okay.
To actually mine, or
General, like just knowledge about it, just like
I'd say wisdom.
he's got a
Wisdom.
tinkering.
For a dwarf, I'd say it'd be wisdom.
All right, so have Rex go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
Oh well, way to go.
As Illyria is searching and feeling around the corpses of the
His
Many
tinkering's a
bodies.
+4.
all around. Illyria is feeling around the corpses, both of those you guys dropped, as well as the other corpses that are laying about the room. There seems to be a plethora of dead bodies in here. Many of them seem to be scorched or burnt in some fashion, probably from the flaming skull. And as Threx and Illyria both avert their gaze to the pile of ore in the minecart, you can make out that it's unrefined iron, and the two black ones are piles of coal next to this furnace right here.
Way to go, dynamic lighting.
Furnace right there. And the water wheel that seems to automate the whole thing.
Okay.
I would like to unshutter my lamp so I can see more. Since my companion is now dead after like 20 minutes of being with me.
He had to use a spell to summon him.
Yeah,
You gotta be
I have
more
to-
responsible if you're gonna
This
have
is-
a pet for that.
This is why we
Giant
can't have nice
fireball.
things.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as Illyria goes ahead and makes her way to the desk, she can make out that the kind of crevasse has been finely carved out of the stone as she kind of walks alongside it. And she can see a small view sheet, can make out a small entryway along the kind of waterway down inside of it. And Illyria can see it continues down the tunnel this way. The group can make out exits this direction and this direction from the room.
Okay.
And as Illyria's going over the desk, she sees what appear to be very ancient notes about some of the happenings in this mine.
Take it all.
Uh,
Even if you can't read them, take it everything.
kind of about like different quantities of like the melted ores being refined into silvers, golds, platinums, and kind of like what's more or less like an inventory of what's gone in and out of this smelting furnace.
Does anywhere around here look reasonably defensible?
Yeah, do have somewhere where we can go take a nap.
So this room seems to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways in or out of it. So
We'd have
it
to go back
probably
through the
would be
maze.
incredibly defensible.
Can we all get into the furnace and hide?
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, look,
Absolutely.
adventurers! Let's turn the furnace on. Terrible idea. Whit.
Climb on in.
So
I really
this,
push anything to look in the furnace.
this ditch thing,
Yeah,
how deep is it?
10 feet deep.
And it's what, 5 feet wide, roughly?
Yeah, 5, 10.
Okay, so if we could jump across, like we'd be able to set up a relatively defensible spot, like over here.
I see what you're saying.
Clear out the skeletons, like throw them into the pit, and
Kind of
try to
barricade
be,
ourselves
you know,
in
quiet and
a little bit.
Is it easy to crawl across, like, over this way? Can you go through that?
So, picture like that's kind of like all
Big-
a mess of wood leading up to a water wheel.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a pathway over or not.
No matter where we sleep, if somebody casts a fireball in a 30 by 30 area, we're all
Yeah.
gonna die anyway.
Just say that's-
Whether we're on the other side of the little river thing or not.
Except for Illyria, because fireballs don't like her.
Yes, but we
Getting hit.
theoretically we have a bottleneck into our area. I mean, did you see somewhere better back where we were before?
As you guys are sitting there kind of talking about what may or may not make a defensible position, you can hear the thunderous roar, seemingly louder from back here, coming from this way direction.
Oh God, where I'm standing?
No, not what? No, it's
many
coming
forbidden
from the
spells.
little pathway.
Oh, holy shit.
Like the noise is coming out from there.
I
As it
run over to
echoes
this side of
throughout the
things.
cavern.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm a few minutes late. My brother-in-law made amazing scratch beignet.
I love beignets.
It's my first time eat the beignet.
Mm,
I know.
those are so good.
Both of my sister and my brother-in-law are shocked that my dad and I never tried the beignet New Orleans before.
They're so good.
It's really good. I mean,
It's like fluffy donutness with
oh
powdered
yeah,
sugar.
it is.
What do we
It
do?
is
What
like
do
a
we do?
donut. Hey, can I do well, I know I just got in. Can I do the investigation or history check?
Sure. So, because you weren't here a little bit ago, I'll say the group was already kind of going through and doing that while Cassie was just kind of sitting by watching. You guys discovered a minecart full of unrefined iron ore, a couple of piles of coal, all piled up next to this, what once was deemed to be a ore smelter,
Okay.
set up to automate based off of this water wheel, based on flowing water that would flow through and kind of automate the whole process. And Illyria, go ahead and roll me the old perception. Yeah, exactly. So as you're going through this desk, it just seems so old and ancient that it's kind of crumbling as you're going through it. Like it seems, you find more of these papers that are just crumbling to dust, but there's nothing really of any import in here.
Okay.
Is this a doorway?
Illyria, come with me.
Yushi, it is indeed a doorway.
Is it a closed door?
I'm going to hop
It's a
down
closed
into
door.
the trench here
All right.
and go this way.
I'm gonna be sitting down while everybody's doing this, so that way I can be resting.
All right. And Bender, are you attempting to be stealthy?
Oh, yes.
Not particularly.
Ah,
Particular? All right.
always.
So,
You're off the map. I can't see. Oh, you're up there. Oh,
you are incredibly lucky in that case. So, as you guys are continuing down this path, Illyria takes particular note of Bender's kind of echoing footsteps off the walls themselves. You guys come forward, and you see that up ahead, this nice, smoothly carved tunnel, like not tunnel, but waterway, seems to like crumble and collapse as the room itself opens up, and it seems that the floor itself is just kind of given way. And that's what this black mass is here.
Okay, I'm going to ask Illyria if she can go check that out.
Don't play the searchy one if you don't want to search.
Illyria, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So, Illyria, you take note of what appears to be a vaguely familiar drow figure on the other side of what seems to be a canyon between the two of you.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Is it the
Shit.
the
Oh wait, I'm not there.
doppelganger?
I'm not there.
You don't know.
I'm not there.
Speaking of.
She seems to be looking down into the cavern, into the canyon, to the collapsed part of this room. We can make out a flickering torchlight down below.
As soon as Illyria like turns around and starts pulling me, I'm gonna shutter my lantern,
All right.
and I'm going to do my best to stealth back this way.
All right.
I would like to slowly approach this door and see if I can hear anything on the other side of it.
All right.
Romy
Hopefully I
smoking
don't
his
screw
pipe.
that up.
Yushi, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
I assume you're going up to the door and like putting your ear up against it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So as you go up to the door, you press your ear against it. You can hear what sounds like arguing in a language you don't understand, but it sounds vaguely familiar, like you've heard this language before.
Like I maybe could guess if it were goblins.
Like if you want to roll me a intelligence check.
Oh, you're good at that.
We'll see.
Isn't that your primary?
Can
No.
I?
Expertise? Oh my god!
You can't quite put your finger on it, but you think you've heard it before.
Can I do the same thing? Perception check and the intelligence check as well.
Right now, Mushi walked up to a different door. Like you're
I
kind of
would-
just standing in the middle of a cavern.
I would like to walk up to everyone and tell them to be quiet. Very quietly. There's someone behind the door.
So Mushi, as
Okay.
you come back into this room, you take note that Illyria's kind of flagging everyone down.
Can we just hide in this little crevice right here and sleep?
And making shut the fuck up noises.
Yeah.
I agree. We need to get somewhere where we can just kind of hide.
We do need we need to rest. We need to find a place to Threx notices that there's a hallway down here, and he tries to get Illyria's attention to see if she wants to go look down this hallway. Seeing that she is like saying shut the hell up, and so trying to give her a signal.
I knew she was telling you about the door, so everyone knows everything. Secrets don't make friends, guys.
Illyria, she saw a drow over there. We've got to be very quiet.
Rom is as quiet as his pipe
Very
will.
quiet.
I'm actually gonna hide underneath the
hunting
cart.
season.
I'm gonna lay underneath the cart. I'm gonna just kind of chill, put my back on the coals. Actually, that's a really bad
Oh my
idea. I'll
goodness,
smoke
dogs.
a pipe.
Will you stop?
I'm gonna hide under this cart. I'm gonna kind of lean back on these steps, feet under the cart, smoking my pipe. Yes. Threx would say yes.
Go lay down.
Threx will usher you through.
All right.
Not moving. Just
As Illyria continues in the hallway, out of sound.
So are we just kind of hiding out in this corner right now then?
I
Waiting
think-
for everyone to come back?
yeah, I think we're trying to get our bearings.
No, I'm a witch for saying that.
Illyria, can you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Oh god. It is, isn't it? Ooh.
All right. So Illyria, as you're going forward, who is Larissa?
Oh, come on.
Who is
Larissa
Clarissa?
explains it all.
Is that Is that copy and pasta from something else?
I'm not very cultured.
Yeah, I
As
think we're the
Illyria
old ones
continues
here.
forward, she can see the hallway kind of twists and turns into another larger cavern. And this cavern, she can distinctly make out through her incredible drow eyes, with her superior dark vision. She takes note of what seem to be glittering minerals in the ceiling.
Ooh, like diamonds?
Minerals.
Well,
They seem to be creating the impression of a starry night sky. She also takes note of dozens of skeletons, many crushed under fallen debris scattered across the floor.
so be careful where you step.
And she sees what seems to be a large freestanding structure. And second. And what seems to be another one. Two separate freestanding structures. Two different buildings within this room. Cavern. It seems that each of the stone buildings is proportioned as if for human use, as opposed to the dwarf-sized doorways and furnishings seen elsewhere in the mines. Both structures look battered and have blackened masonry walls, double doors cracked and scorched. And just about halfway through the cavern, you can see another kind of escarpment where it seems you guys are on the higher ground and there's a set of stairs that lead to a lower portion where the second room, second building is in this cavern.
Put out your light.
Oh, you still have light on from last session, by the way.
Yes, I did. How do I do that? Or turn off the light?
Just like that.
Oh, okay. My bad. Excuse me.
Threx will whisper to Illyria that if there is a structure of some sort, that would be a lot more defensible for us to rest up, and we might want to investigate it.
Yeah. Mishu's going to whisper to Cassie real quick to switch her spots because I have dark vision, so Cassie probably can't see very much right now.
Okay. Uh-oh, I got freeze.
So just go right where I am.
Okay, hold on. I got freeze.
Threx will tell Illyria that it might be worth the risk
Oh, there we go.
if we can find a safer place to rest.
Like that?
Less likely to be discovered.
Okay.
That way, in case anything comes, I can see him. You probably can't see very far without my vision. Dark vision, whatever.
Right, I'm the only human.
It's okay, Ben can't see far either.
Don't worry, I can't see a thing. The only thing I can see is my pipe, so...
Okay.
blind as a bat over where I'm sitting.
Alright.
I just have a very small lantern, casting very dim light.
Would you say that I've had a... How long has it been since we've been in this little area?
It's been a good 20 minutes.
Is that enough for a short
I can
rest?
extend that time if you guys are looking for to take a short rest here.
I'm looking to
I don't want to take a short rest until we get somewhere that's safe.
I will again say there was a room, so it probably wasn't closed. There was something in it, but we could probably take them out real quick and hide in that little bitty room. I assume it's a small room in a corner of a cave.
Threx...
There was a door.
Threx whispers to Illyria, maybe we should tell everybody else that we found a structure that we might be able to hold up in. Since you're quicker than I am.
Quieter.
Quiet.
I was hoping to get a short rest because then I could be something that's sneaky, but... We ain't got that yet. What do we call in a short rest? Like an hour?
Like an hour.
Yeah.
An hour, okay.
All right, so everyone now knows there's a room over there with 2 buildings inside of it.
I offer Illyria my pipe, but then she disappears.
Do we want to chance that building, or anywhere we go, we're gonna find something? And is
Well, technically speaking, we haven't seen anything that's alive and moving in the other room. We know there's something in the room that you're next to.
we so far every single room we walked into, we've had to kill something.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
We might want to rest up.
Well, shall we head to the building then? That's your
I
thought?
think we should try to check it out.
Okay. Let's get.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Mushi.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna like usher you guys to like hold on to my shoulders or something.
Well,
But you guys
Commander still
can't-
got his hooded lantern, right? You can
Okay.
see.
I'll grab onto something and follow you.
Oh, heyo, heyo.
And I assume Cassie's doing the same. Because I left her.
Ooh. I would like to take note of Illyria suggesting that we don't want the doppelganger to move, and so if we rest, I would like to change a spell.
Oh.
I do, but I don't.
Okay, so what else we should be doing?
We're gonna make our way over to where these buildings are.
We're regrouping right now.
Okay.
This is we're risking it for the biscuit right here.
Risk it for the biscuit, I love it.
Alright, Illyria lead the way, and then I'm gonna hop on top of Threx. Not in a dirty way.
Okay, so that skull is still flaming.
It's not flaming. It's just a regular spell.
It's put out, right? So there's no light coming from it.
Can we grab it and light it and pretend it's a green flame, and so it's like just the green guy walking down the hall?
No, you don't want to alert people.
Real quick, for Bender, how long does that protection from good and evil
10
spell
minutes.
put on Threx? Okay,
So it's
that's
gone now.
got it. Okay.
So Illyria is giving up the 2-5. And we're gonna let her sneak. And Threx will relay that back 2-5.
Let's say, I'm not moving till Mushi does.
For Bender, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay. I'm actually reasonably good at perception.
All right. So as your party is continuing to go ahead of you, you take note that several of the fractures on the skull seem to have disappeared.
Oh snap!
Okay. I'm going to whisper to Mushi and say, "Wait, hold on."
Can I do like an
Didn't you
Arcana
sacred
check
flame
on that,
everything
or-
like 12 times before we started looking around?
I tried to. Now I'm gonna say, this. It looks like this thing is.
regenerating itself?
Yeah.
Do we have a box we can put it in?
What can I check on that? Can I throw it in the furnace? I don't know. The
You should-
fire
you can
obviously
roll
doesn't hurt it.
An Arcana check. Meanwhile, Illyria is checking for traps movement in the main room.
Why do I suck so bad at Arcana checks every single time?
And she,
Can I also do the Arcana perception check as well?
assuming you're eavesdropping on their conversation, absolutely.
Yes.
I wasn't telling you just.
Secret.
I just don't know when magic happens, guys.
All right.
I don't know magic, but I know magic.
So Illyria is perceiving into this room beyond. She can make out a door up here to the north, a lone door, a pair of double doors, several skeletal bodies crushed by rubble, of all varying heights, sizes, and structures. But there don't seem to be any traps nor movement within this entire cavern, other than like the occasional flicker, like a sparkling light in the wall.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. You're welcome.
And Cassie and Mushi both seem surprised at this knowledge.
Okay.
That the skull seems to be reformulating.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm going to
Wow.
take out my my
We,
specially
like,
inscribed
Take him into the
runestone,
wall.
Oh.
and I'm going to use an augury ritual,
All right.
which I assume is probably 1 minute.
I...
Threx tries to get Illyria's attention.
1 minute.
Letting her know that the others have stopped.
Okay. Let me see. I get to specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Mm.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to kind of commune for a minute as I kind of roll the dice around in my hand, and then quietly, I'm going to ask if we leave this skull as it is, will we be safe? And I'm going to quietly roll them on the floor.
All right.
You're asking your magic 8-ball?
Pretty much.
So you roll these die on the floor below you, and you see perceived result, judging from how these die are resting.
Did it say
What sort of
come
result
again
do I
later? Result inconclusive. Try again
okay.
later.
All right, you whispered it to me. I was waiting for the result. Okay, I'm gonna pick them up and put them back in my pack. Look and say,
You take
have to
note
do.
that one of these die is specifically facing upward with a religious symbol on it. If you want to, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Okay. Come on, religion check. Yes!
Ah,
Nice!
wow.
Perfect!
That is awesome. Perfect.
So
Yay.
after having rolled these dice and seeing this small little symbol of Bahamut on one of them, it just all comes right back to you. You realize, like, in order to stop something like this from coming back, you just gotta basically wash it with holy water.
You got holy water, right?
That should put a stop to its regeneration.
I knew you did something with holy water.
You have holy water.
I like summoned some holy water.
Oh, that's right. You got a thing for that, right? We have
Not
water
sure
and
I have
holy man. We got holy water.
I'm not sure I have that spell prepared though.
Oh no!
Let me look.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
Can't you like ask Bahamut to like?
I did not prepare creatively.
Pray over your canteen. Yes, pray over your canteen.
Can't you do that?
Give it a fizz bang. Give it a fizz bang.
That might make it angry.
Oh wait, that's a good berry. That means it'll heal.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna try to kind of like. Okay, we've got water with us, right?
I'm sure
I
someone
assume
has
so.
water.
Yes.
Okay. And
Hold on, my canteen.
then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out my water skin, and I'm gonna find like a ritual bowl, some sort of ritual implement that I have with me.
All right.
And I'm basically just gonna look at them and say, this may take a little while, and I'm gonna start like praying and trying to infuse the water with an essence of Bahamut. And I'm going to take my amulet and place it in the water and pray over it and attempt to turn this into holy and/or blessed water.
Oh my god.
What is the actual spell called?
Well, that's the thing. The actual the spell I would normally have used.
Yeah, just so I get a sense of like how long it would usually take to make like holy water.
I can create water up to 10 gallons of clean water, and it never specifically says it's holy water. That was something I asked you about for my charms thing, and it's instantaneous. So I assume if I take my time to try to, and I will pay whatever cost it incurs to use herbs or whatever to.
Go ahead and roll me
You can use me as a
D20.
Okay. 1d20.
Roll me a religion check, actually. This is the
Oh,
most religiously appropriate check ever.
Of course.
Somehow I feel like this is going to be a much worse religion check.
There's a thing in Pathfinder that said that you can do.
Okay, 16, that's pretty
So
good.
good.
16's good.
All right. So as you're concentrating on this bowl that you've filled with water, with the holy symbol of Bahamut within it, you feel the warm energy of your deity coursing through you and through this holy symbol that you've now got in the water. And you feel, and you know that this bowl now contains holy water as you see more of the fractures of the skull slowly healing back into place.
Okay, I'm going to reach up and take the skull
Go,
off
girl.
of
It was
the
a boy
arrow
who
it's
did it.
been
What are you
embedded
doing?
into the wall with.
All right. And as
And I'm
you're
going-
picking up the skull, you can see a faint spark appearing in the eyes.
Do it
And
now.
I'm gonna grab the bowl and like hold the symbol of Bahamut in the bowl
All
and
right.
tip the bowl over the skull.
You should dunk the skull in it.
All
Not just,
right.
I don't think it's a big bucket. It's just a.
So you're pouring the bowl on the skull?
Yeah, I'm pouring all the water onto the skull.
All right. So as you
Rubbing it
begin
in.
pouring this water on the skull, you can see everywhere that the water is connecting with the skull, it's just crumbling into a fine ash.
And I'm gonna make sure I rub as much of the water over it as I can once the water's out. And
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Chris can see you. He's got 60-foot dark vision. And he's actually going to motion to you in a sweeping motion, saying go to the upper door.
So maybe she
He's
looks
a
back at
soldier.
Greta.
It's what he
Now
does.
they're gonna go forward.
Hey, can I do history check?
What would you like to do a history check on?
Curious about the skull.
Sure.
Might be nice to know what the hell that thing is. Nope.
Dang it, no.
Man, we
never
are
saw
dumb tonight.
Any mention of flaming skulls in your father's history books?
My goodness.
Yeah,
all I
alright.
gathered when I was trying to figure out what the hell that
Don't
thing was from
mistreat it.
before was that it was probably done at about the same time that Cassie was telling us about before, when all this fighting and warring was going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last session we did, last game we did.
Ooh, good.
All right.
Listen.
So as Illyria's putting her ear up to these large double doors, she can hear what sounds like the crackling of a fire. The fire sounds steady.
Does it sound like a burning skull fire?
No conversation, no movement.
She hears no conversation and no movement.
She gives him a stern look, like,
Does
not
Illyria
okay.
do motions like this to Threx?
Oh, she goes.
Threx will motion to Miushi, since she's the only one that can see him.
better not be eating it.
That we see a building, and Threx is motioning to you, Miushi, that we see a building and that we see fire and that we are moving forward slowly.
Okay, and I continue.
All right, so Illyria, as you continue to the north around this building, you can make out a set of carved stone stairs to the north of this cavern, and you can hear the footsteps of Threx, Rom, and Cassie all following you.
Did we not try to stealth check? Because of course we're
I don't see a
stealthing.
stealth check from you guys.
You didn't ask. We're totally
You didn't
stealthing.
ask?
If I'm
We're
making
going
hand signs, we're stealthing.
Yeah, hand signs is one thing. Stepping forward is another.
Okay, yes, we're stealthing this whole way. We have not said a word to each other.
Rom and Threx and Cassie.
Yes, I would like to
Oh,
stealth.
I saw Cassie's, so Rom and Threx. Stealth checks.
Well, shit, Threx.
I'm really gonna get some like magic heavy armor that gives me advantage on stealth checks.
You want me to cast the light spell?
No.
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 Oh no. Oh, okay, sorry.
All right. So, Illyria is continuing forward, and she can hear what sounds like the crunching of bones under Threx's feet as he's walking towards her.
Echoes.
And Rubender trips over something in the hallway, making a distinct noise that echoes kind of throughout the cavern just a little bit.
Make a run on the house. We're already over here. Make a run on the house.
Worse. I'm really far back though.
There are no windows.
Why did you make a strength
Why'd
check?
you make a strength check?
Oh, good. I thought that was no. I'm not reading. Woo!
Wait. You can
I'm
get
really
wild magic on a regular check?
I think she just says that on all her stuff.
Oh,
That's just there.
I was gonna be scared. You found a bucket too.
I have 19 and 12 of the
All right.
stealth check.
Ooh, you're sneaky.
That's why you were much quieter than your dwarven friend who's just crunching in the bones in front of him.
I'm
So
very
Lyria-
far back.
And apparently when I
Lyria-
tripped, I pulled on Mushi's tail.
Usually lets out a little yelp.
Oh.
So Lyria, as you approach this door, it appears to be yet another ancient-looking wooden door. It seems to be seared and cracked, and almost just kind of starting to give way with age.
Yeah, like it was burned.
It does not emanate any warmth. Like it looks as if it's burned a long time ago. A long time ago. You do not. You detect no traps, and as you reach the handle, you can tell that the door itself is unlocked.
Threx
barely
trying
on
to
its
get her
hinges.
attention and say, "Can we go in?" Well, not say. Motion. Can we go in? Aww, puppy.
Oh. Hiccup.
Do you want to have
The lower hinge appears to be almost gone. A considerable amount of rust is undergone. The
I
top
can
hinge
do
still
teacher.
seems to hold strong.
Of course you would.
Okay, Tin Man.
I have a lot of lantern oil, which would still work as a lubricant.
It would still work. He also has some holy oil, right? He has some holy water liquor right there.
No, the holy water's all gone. I have plenty of lantern oil.
Threx and I are waiting for Illyria's beckon. Oh, she's looking in.
Right. Like,
YOLO!
crack the door. Begin to look in, and you can see this strong smell of like a fire hits your nostrils. And you can see inside, you can see several empty racks, and you can see a large wooden table that might have been used for tinkering or something at some point in time, like a blacksmith's table. Assuming you continue to push the door open, see before you an empty room with another door to the south. It's the empty racks that may have held some tools of some sort many years ago. An empty table.
That's the loud thunder.
And from beyond the second door inside the room, you can see a faint flickering green kind of protruding into this room as well, but clearly coming from the second room as it kind of sways, licking and lapping as it makes the shadows within the room here dance.
Wow.
All right, so Threx sees Illyria come back up. And she begins shouting as loud as she possibly can.
So what did she see? I'm sorry, I was trying to mess with my levels because it's really loud in the other room, and I should make sure it didn't carry over.
You'll find out when Illyria tells you.
She hasn't said anything yet.
Oh, I thought.
Technically speaking. She just got back and she's typing now, so.
She's impatient
I
for
don't think
this.
this is a good place to stay. The door is too flimsy to be of any defense, and I saw a faint green light in the other room. I don't trust it.
Back the other way.
I don't know. I don't know what Threx would do. What would he do?
Let's go tear the door down.
That's
go
totally
fight the
what he
dragon.
would do.
I know.
I think Threx would be the one to check that, being a dwarf and all.
Having grown up underground, also, that's a fair point.
Oh, that's true. She might know what the undergroundy stuff is.
Illyria and Drex both go ahead and make intelligence checks. Drex has advantage because of the dwarven stone check.
Yeah, intelligence checks. That's great. He's got -2 on that.
Oh,
That's just hilarious.
What are the odds?
Oh no!
He rolled a 2 and a 1.
A -1. That's. Oh, man.
How? That is amazing.
Threx doesn't seem to care about stupid stone walls, as he's got much more important things to focus on himself. Let's see.
He doesn't have another button that says stone cutting on it, right? Whoa!
Jeez.
Ow!
Jeez.
Ah!
Easy, Woofy.
Like kaboom!
So,
Boom, boom.
so
Like boom, boom, bang, bang.
You must retire his Dwarven heritage.
So despite having grown up underground, neither Threx nor Illyria seem to have any idea what this sparkling material in the rocks is. Not even with a 17.
What, a 17 you're talking about?
Her 17.
I'm trying to wave Illyria over to me.
Seeing Illyria and Threx look around and try to figure out what the walls are, can I run a nature check to see if I've seen anything else similar in my travels?
So, currently, who can see
Whoa.
that?
Well, I can now.
I can.
I
Well-
can.
Okay, so those of you who can see where I pinged can make out a faint green glowing from a cavern to the south of where you guys are.
Is
Past this cavern that you guys are currently in, it seems there's another cavern to the south producing a faint green glow.
Does this look similar to what Illyria described to us?
It does not. As the faint green glow to the south seems constant,
Mm-hmm.
bioluminescence, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the light that Illyria saw was flickering, as if from a flame.
Similar to the green flame that the skull was emanating.
And as the group continues to stealth, you can make out a thunderous crashing coming somewhere beyond these stairs. Stairs that go down.
Going further, I don't think is going to be any better or worse. If we can deal with whatever is in this house,
Yeah, since Illyria is not paying attention to me, I'm going to go walk over to her.
that would be the best. That would be the best course of action. if we're trying to rest. If we can just take out what's in this house.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is there anything in the structure?
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, okay. Okay,
If we're going to continue on, we have to rest. This may be our best chance.
yeah.
With
Yeah,
Threx
I
being
definitely
right
need
there.
to heal. I definitely need a rest too because my AC is still half and my blue bar is like getting low.
Is that going to be any better than if we go find the drow? Or whatever's causing this thunder? If we can be as quiet as possible.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh my god!
If we can be as quiet as possible.
Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
Thrax would like to interject in whispers that if we can barricade the doors and somehow find a way to barricade the broken door, then we might be able to protect ourselves. From whatever's in the other room.
Yeah, I'm still very quiet.
And Rom would like to whisper, I really need to sleep. I feel quite faint. I don't know if we know if the thunder's coming from this direction. I think it's just in the area. He's gone.
Also,
We take a long rest while he's gone, and everyone
we have
levels up.
to leave.
I
have
agree.
an idea.
Rabender has an idea. What might it be? Oh. What is happening? Everyone's disappearing. Uh-oh. Skype. Breaker blew. Oh my god, Zen blew a breaker. And apparently Grabender blew a breaker. Zendru. Yes. Zen blew a breaker. Flip that switch. Stay a while and listen.
My god, that's very classic.
A little old Decker cane.
Yeah.
I'm Decker Kane. Stay a while and listen.
Okay.
I have way too much time on my hands.
Yes, you did.
I drive to work and I do voices in the car. It's a problem.
Yep. Uh-oh. We lost Ben.
Yeah. All right, everybody restart roll 20. Everybody who's broken.
Row 20?
I was joking. It seems like
Oh,
everybody-
okay. Okay. Oh, I don't know
I
about
said
you.
Zen
I look
Blue,
really tired.
a breaker. I didn't say Zendrew. Thank you very much. I might be slurring my words, but I didn't say Zendrew. We will just have to check the recording. You know what? Fine. If you guys are gonna be mean like that, I'm gonna get a drink, and you all can just sit here and wait.
Oh man. I have no idea what am I doing. Since that we have to promise ourselves need to keep quiet. I don't trust that house. Do what you will, but know that I think it's a bad idea. Oh. Oh god. I can't stop yawning. Okay. I'll follow you lead, guys. Oh, I wish I had a little mustache tattoo. Okay, so I guess we just wait. Yeah, I'm in a bad shape. Like... Yeah, I'm in a bad shape. I really need to heal. I really need to heal bad. So I don't want to get died again.
Maybe? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Ew.
I really hope the map decides to load. Okay, there it is.
Oh, we lost camera, but we can still hear you.
Okay. Might pop back in a second or two.
Okay.
Because right now it's just kind of reloading. It's just starting back up my computer.
Oh no.
So, Grbender can still type. Is there no talkie-talkie from Grbender?
Well,
I love these.
I hope we didn't
glasses.
lost him.
Okay, let's see. What did I miss?
We did a little bit of talking, and then we said,
Yeah,
"Oh my God, we
looked
killed
bad.
you," and everybody was dissing me, so I went and got a drink. And then I put on my mustache glasses.
Okay, so Illyria, so first of all, Mushi, the thunder seemed to be coming from down that way, but also from the other room that you were just in. You could hear it echoing from. Illyria, the room would be large enough to hold everyone, but you'd be all pretty cramped in there.
Which means we wouldn't fit in the furnace. As Bushy was suggesting.
Apparently, I'm Xandru.
No, they said that I said Xandru the Breaker, and I said no, Zen Blue the Breaker, and yeah, they made fun of me, so I got a drink. These glasses make me look fat. Oh yeah. Golden saw is ready.
Alright, now I'll try refreshing to get you guys video.
Now I got one of those ghetto head things. Oh yeah.
Oh man, that reminds me. My step nephew kept saying over and over.
Oh really?
He's probably, I think he's 11 years old or 10 years old. Still 10 years old. Yeah. I mean, he loves Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neon. Ultimate Warrior was pretty neon too, but Randy Macho Man Savage. Whew.
Just has a library of Randy Savage pictures. Anytime she needs them. Comes up pretty often. Can I help you? That one's hilarious.
Oh man.
Okay, so meanwhile, the group is here having a bit of a discussion on top of a pile of bones crunching underneath feet.
Oh man, that is the loudest thunder. I mean, it reminds me, that had a bad thunderstorm. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Where'd he come from?
The squeaky was always there. Okay, so the group has reconvened after Illyria scouted out. They spotted the bioluminescence coming from another cavern to the south. You can hear the thunderous crashing of waves down this staircase here, but also echoing back in the room that you guys were just in. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, snap. I have no clue. I prefer rest, because I'm in a bad shape.
I think right now you guys are kind of looking for a place to rest.
Yes. Oh crap, I hope I don't break my microphone.
All right, Threx is gonna take note of Illyria's findings, and he is going to walk towards the door.
All right.
Obviously, with me on his shoulders.
All right. So as Threx continues towards the door, Illyria seems to be stealthing in one of the corners, while Mushi heads back towards the furnace. Okay.
And Threx is going to go ahead and walk in.
All right. So Threx 2, now that he's in the room, can make out a kind of faint flickering green light that seems to cast shadows on the walls of this room that you're currently in.
Okay. Threx would like to kind of peek around the corner.
Opening the door?
Oh, is it closed?
Yeah.
So we're kind of seeing
currently
green underneath?
Wooden door between him and the other room. But yeah, like through like the kind of edges of the door itself.
Green around.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? He's gonna have, he's gonna drop Rom off of his shoulders. And Rom would like to get low on the ground and see if he can see underneath the under the door.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check
Yep.
for Cassie, Threx, and Rom, and then a perception check for Rom.
Perception check?
Stealth check for you.
Oh, okay.
So stealth
Okay.
for me,
22 and 19.
and a stealth
Yay.
for Threx. 7. That's great. And a perception for Rom.
All
23.
So as Threx is picking Rom up off his shoulders to let him down, his armor is making quite a clatter of noise. And Rom is able to peek into the room beyond and can you see? So as you peek below the door, you can make out what seems to be a green flame in the middle of the room. Like, it doesn't seem to be wavering. Like, it doesn't seem to be growing bigger or
Is it
smaller.
kind of like pulsing?
It doesn't
maybe?
seem to be sway. It's not pulsing. It's just kind of staying steady.
Just a green flame. Do I see anything else in there?
You see
with the shadows or anything?
a couple of splintered remains, like from the long decayed wood of what may have once been shelves. You can make out a couple of rusty swords. You can see a few tables, but you don't see any like people.
Okay. I would like to whisper to Threx that there is a. Do I see anything else? Just from what I see, it looks like it's on some kind of altar or dais or something.
It's kind of like built up.
Built up, and then the flame is on top,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll relay that to Threx, and I would like Threx to Cassie's in the doorway. I'd like to Threx to try to get out of the doorway and try to back in Illyria closer, and the rest of the group.
All right.
So I want Threx to be kind of here and saying, "Come back here, come back here."
To Rom.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you're fine. Just come into the room where you're at.
Okay.
I'm following Mushi wherever she goes.
All right.
Well, that's fine. At least you can be closer to the group. You can hide outside the door if you want.
Why did you become like a Cobra operative?
This is
was
what
going
happens when you
stealthy.
leave, Ben.
I'm stealthy Rom tonight. So is nobody else deciding to come this way?
I don't know where you went, so I'm just following Mushi.
Okay. So Miyushi's staying back and Gravender's staying back and Illyria's staying back. Okay. Well, Rom's dumb. He's gonna open up the door.
All right. Is that? Well, that should be lighting the room.
I
fire
see
should be lighting the
a call it 10-foot radius on it.
Yeah, 1 sec. Out. That. Maybe a little
I
more.
see 10-foot bright, 5-foot dim. Hey, there we go.
I'll say because there's a fire in the room itself.
Right.
All right. So opening the door, you can see what seems to be a large workshop, badly damaged by the ancient spell battle that laid waste to the mine. You can make out work tables taking up 2 corners of the room, clearly scorched. The plaster's been burned off the masonry walls. In the middle of the room is a stone pedestal holding a small brazier in which an eerie green flame dances and crackles. The brazier and its pedestal appear to have been untouched by the forces that destroyed this area.
Okay, I would like to. I'm going to walk into the room.
All
Is
right.
there a skull in the middle of the brazier?
Well, you're not over here, so I can't tell you.
I know, I'm just look for it.
Okay. Well, walking into the room, do I die?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, shit. 18.
All right. So as you're kind of very nervously stepping into this room and cautiously looking about, you see that behind the brazier of green flame floats a spherical creature measuring roughly 4 feet in diameter. And you see a number of stalks protruding from its head. And you can faintly make out an eye on the edge of each of these stalks, with one large eye peering at you through the green flames themselves.
Okay.
And you hear a voice in the back of your head that says, "Hello." And you can make out a toothy maw erupt into a large, creepy smile, revealing many fanged, jagged teeth.
Well, shit.
We're fucked.
Where are we?
What would you like to do?
So it obviously knows I'm here, right? Because it's
It's looking right at you.
It said
and you can
hello.
hear a voice in your head.
Well, you know what? So, hold on. let me get serious.
Man, just that description's made him
Get
take
real
off the
headphones
mask,
on here.
turn off the fancy lights, and change his headphones.
Yeah, that shit just got real.
We're
All right,
serious.
Rom.
And turn the lights on.
Yes, and turn the lights on. I'm tired of being scared in the dark.
Spooky.
Well, you know what? You didn't see there was a freaking mini beholder in here. I'm gonna run like hell.
In fact, Rom knows for a fact this beholder wasn't in that space when he was looking into the room.
Oh, it showed up. Wait, what? Say that again?
The creature seemed to appear after Rom came into the room.
Did I see any like puffs of smoke or like any sign of like teleportation?
You're not sure.
Okay, well, Ramen's gonna run like hell. he's gonna double run.
And you hear the same voice in the back of your mind asking you, what business do you have in the mine?
Oh, that's a good question. Our business is to eradicate
Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on.
the foes of Phandelver, the town.
The foes of Phandelver.
Yes.
Do you mean the Orc Scourge or the Dwarves?
That's a good question. Both, actually.
All right. And with that, you see it kind of raise itself up a little higher. And with that, everyone go ahead and roll me initiative.
I don't even get a deception roll on that? Oh, I'm so sorry.
I feel like I'm what you wanted. I'm sorry.
This is totally a... Oops, hold on. That 14 wasn't for me. That was for Threx. Let's roll this. Yeah. Threx gets a 19. I have a 10. Yeah, this is totally a Will Wheaton over the acid pit swinging around on the rope saying, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, with that, the creature is going to go... Because assuming that Illyria and Threx have no reason to suspect anything going wrong, we're more or less jumping them in initiative.
Wouldn't Threx hear me talking to someone that he doesn't know?
Possibly? Sure.
Oh, we're
Sure.
thick as thieves. If I'm talking to nobody, he would know about it.
Okay, so with that, Threx is up, then. Hearing Rom talking to nobody.
Right, so he heard me say, both of them, right? So I said, yeah, both
Yep.
of them. And so Threx, being half stupid with a 6 intelligence, would say, who are you talking to? And looking at me.
All right.
Do I get to roleplay with myself? Is that what I do?
Apparently so. You get a roleplay with yourself.
Okay. And Rom would say that the eyeball creature over there, he's talking to me in my head. because he's also kind of. This is, oh my god! I got 2 stupid people I have to freaking RP. God. It's hard to try to.
I'll play Threx. You play Rom.
Yeah. Do that for a second, because trying to save myself
Eyeball
because
person?
I know something is kind of bad. Yeah, let's do that.
So Threx goes, eyeball person?
Yeah, he talks to me in my brain. He was asking if we're killing the.
Did you
orcs
fall
or the
down and
dwarves.
hit your head again?
No. Don't think so.
Okay. And at this point, Threx is going to pull out his axe and just kind of be like,
Would Threx move closer to me?
Threx would probably hold his turn at this point, going, something's not right.
Probably. He would definitely get himself ready. If I said eyeball person, I'm pretty sure he'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, so I guess that's what he does.
All right. So what is Rom's AC?
It's actually 16.
All right. Awesome. So
Yeah,
go
his
ahead and roll
dumbass
me
would look in
a.
that room. We all know.
Go
that.
ahead and roll
Yes,
me
he
a
would.
wisdom save.
What's that?
Go ahead and roll me a
Wisdom
wisdom save.
Oh, I'm good
As
at wisdom saves.
A beam fires through this flame at you, and you feel a sense of dread, woe, and fear
Wait,
creeping up on your mind
Hold
as
on.
this beam connects with you, and
what
I'm
is-
holding
What is the effect?
fear.
As in being frightened?
Yes.
I have advantage on frightened. Does
All right.
17 beat the fear?
So, as you're feeling this sense of dread, woe, and a horror at what you've stumbled across in this room begins to creep up on you, you stand strong and just kind of shrug it off as another beam comes flying towards you. And go ahead and roll me a Constitution save.
Oh, okay. I'm not very good at con saves. This isn't... Oh, wait. I have a +4 to con saves. 23!
All right. And this beam connects with your robes of just kind of these overflowing robes that you've just got an excess of. It seems that it thinks it's hit you, but has no effect on you. And with that, Cassie is up. Cassie, you see basically a light show happening
DC.
in. Oh.
So we didn't have a short rest, right?
Nope.
In that whole time of searching, that doesn't count as a short rest?
No, it does not.
Were you resting?
I was sitting on his shoulder the whole time. I'd like to think I was resting up there. I was smoking a pipe.
Then you take 1d4 of one
Megan,
damage.
I think you might be muted. If you have any way of changing that on your end. Still nothing.
Probably have to refresh.
Or type.
So... I have nothing. You can't even give me a bear form?
You have a sling?
I do have a I'm gonna poke it in the eye! Oh my god.
You also have a sword that you've only used when you weren't here.
Oh, yes. Let's go to the eyeball creature with 14 health and poke it with a sword. That's fantastic. Holy shit.
Megan, are you there?
Still muted.
Try unplugging and plugging your mic back in.
Oh my god. Oh, wait. Didn't I grab a potion of something?
I don't know.
I think I did. Where the hell's my inventory? Oh! Woo!
Yeah, Megan, you might just have to type it.
Yeah, you might have to. Excuse me. Yeah. Well, do scrolls work against beholder-esque creatures?
So, Threx, upon seeing this light show being directed at Rom, what would Threx like to do, if anything, having held his turn?
He's a dumb dwarf warrior. He would charge in.
He would charge in face first, figuring out what the hell's going on.
Lucas, I believe you're still Threx.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, Threx. Threx would go in there and, seeing what he sees, he would throw an axe at it.
All right, so as Threx is running past Rom, preparing to throw an axe at this creature on the other side of the flame, you can see this glare that it had directing towards Rom immediately phase away, and it kind of drops its eye stalks as if in horror at what it's just done. And you can hear a voice in the back of Threx's mind saying, "Master Dwarf, apologies. This one is here to exterminate you all."
He is my friend.
Says, "No, nay, Master Dwarf. I spoke with this one myself, and in my duties of protecting this forge, he revealed his intent to slay both parties."
Freaking Rom.
He is but a simple halfling. He does not understand these matters.
Very, as you say, Master Dwarf. I was only doing my duties of protecting the flame.
What does the flame do? Why do you need to protect it?
Master Dwarf, this is the Forge of Spells.
Okay. Do you know of any others that have tried to come to this forge?
There are many, and their bodies lay scattered where they belong. The treacherous orc scum.
Yes, we have dealt with many orcs on our way to this place.
I was summoned here on behalf of those who wish to protect the forge itself. My duty is to those who would seek to protect the flame.
What does the flame do?
Well, it's the flame that's needed to create magical weapons. Master Dwarf, if you would, rest your battle axe within the flame.
He'll do it hesitantly, but he'll
All right.
do it anyway.
All right.
Without keeping his eyes off of the eyeball guy.
All right. All right. And you hear a voice in the back of your head saying, "So long as you keep your weapon within the flames for at least a minute, it shall be imbued with magical properties, if only for a short while. You can then use your weapon to help slay the orc scum that reside beyond these doors.
Do you know if the orc scum is being led by anybody? Anybody in particular?
I believe they are orcs of the Many Arrows tribe. Come here to slay the dwarven miners themselves.
Yes. We came across a dwarf that was slain in the entrance to this mine, this cave. It infuriates me.
Only the one. Perhaps the battle is indeed going in our favor then.
Yes. So far. But the one who sent us in here had two brothers. We found the body of the first. That was the one that died. We can't find the second. We haven't found the second. We believe he may be captured. Or worse.
Forgive me, Master Dwarf, but my duties are to guard the flame. And guarding the flame are where I shall remain until my services are no longer needed.
Is there any others that you need to protect the flame from besides the orcs? Any other creatures or races?
Those treacherous wizards, those wizard mercenaries the orcs brought with them to our mine. They seek the power of the Forge themselves.
Yes, we've been on the trail of one called the Black Spider.
I'm afraid this name does not ring a bell.
We believe he is a wizard. He is... we believe he definitely means to steal the Spellforge for himself.
Well then, I shall defend it with my life if need be.
I appreciate that. I have some friends, some colleagues with me. The Halfling is one of them. I have a few more that are outside. Can we take refuge and help you fight the ones that are trying to steal this from you?
Do you swear to protect this flame, as I have?
I do.
And with that, it just pops out of existence.
Okay. Has it been a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Threx is gonna walk out of the room and wave everybody to come into the to the place.
Wish you were too fast. Okay, just.
All right. Now, Threx, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Yep. Well, 7.
All right. So Threx hears many members of his party begin to file in one after another behind him. And he knows that only Threx and Rom actually saw this creature. But those who are coming in now can see this large green flame on top of a stone brazier in the middle of the room.
Threx will explain to everybody once they get into the room that there is a creature that obeys the dwarves and is protecting this flame, and he said that this flame will bring magical benefits to our weapons if we leave them in there for a short while, and he said that he will protect us as long as we defend the flame. And he said that we could rest. He didn't say anything about us not being able to rest. He said he would protect us while we're here. So
Mushi, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
And of course, Threx describes the creature and hoping that Mushi and Cassie might be able to understand what it is. Now that Rom is in here, Rom would like to look around and see if there's any weapons or armor. If this guy said that it was magical in nature, he would like to know.
Second. So, before you guys even start looking, Mushi notices a flicker of light in the corner of her eye. As she comes over to the table here to the north, she can make out what appears to be a finely crafted breastplate with a gold dragon motif worked into its design. And next to it appears to be a similarly expertly crafted mace, with the head of the mace itself shaped like a sunburst, made of solid brass.
That totally looks like a Servant of Bahamut's gear, if you ask me.
Oh no, usually Bahamut's depicted in silver.
Yeah, take it.
So since she's pointing to them, I'm going to go over there and take a look.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Hey.
good.
All right, Grabender, if you can, go ahead and roll me a religion check.
Absolutely. One
Oh,
religion,
man.
you've been good to me so far.
12?
So we didn't fight or anything?
No, you did not.
I've got a
So,
negative
Grabender,
two. Oh, wait, that's Threx.
And I hope my planatronic headset are not broken or anything.
No, I think they're fine.
I'm just
Probably
feeling freaking
just
out.
early.
okay, so Grabender may have heard tales and such of an ancient human hero of Neverwinter named Turgon. And he was very well known for his own kind of stout deeds that he did himself throughout the lands. He was known, it's said that towards the end of his era, he sent out to have several magical items crafted for himself, but he himself never actually received them. And judging by what you see before you, you believe these items to be those which he had requested be crafted for himself. I went ahead and put 2 links to the 2 items. As you know,
Anything called Lightbringer and Dragon Guard makes me tingle.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like something a Dragonborn cleric would like to have.
well, you say that, but the breastplate itself would protect anyone against the breath weapon of a dragon-type creature.
That's true. Saving throw against breath weapons. +1 breath. Well, Rom can't wear metal armor. So, he's in.
But Threx can.
Threx can wear metal armor. What is Threx armor?
I doubt it's probably just chainmail.
Yeah, probably. Actually, he's got splint armor. He's got a 17 AC with that. What is a breastplate? Breastplate's 16? Normally?
I believe it's 18. Or no, sorry, it's 14 plus the dex modifier.
14 plus dex, so if it's a +1, it gets +1 to AC.
So it'd be basically 15 plus the dex modifier.
15 plus dex. And his splint is 17 with no dex modifier, so if he had a breastplate, which was a 15 plus dex, it'd be more armor for him. It would give him one more AC.
Yeah, because the breastplate, I have no dex modifier. My dex modifier is 0. So it would actually reduce my armor class.
By going to breastplate?
Yeah.
Well, then the only person that can actually use that is Threx. That would make sense.
And Ron, I believe you could use a mace.
Unless
So I have a
you would
+1
like to use the mace and I take Talon.
That could also work. I'd be happy to do that. Since it is kind of a holy,
The mace seems more of a...
cleric-y weapon.
Yes, a
It is.
divine weapon.
Well, you don't get hit with anything.
When was the last time you took damage? 4 sessions ago?
Technically, she could also wear it because there's no disadvantage to stealth.
Maybe
but
he's
is she
never been
proficient
hit by a dragon.
Isn't that heavy armor?
It's medium armor.
Oh, it is, and she has
And
proficiency in midi armor.
It would not give him a disadvantage to stealth.
That
Yeah,
would
so it would-
actually be better for Threx. So
Yeah.
that way he doesn't fucking step in another bucket.
Yeah, I could use an AC of 20. But anyway,
I think Threx needs it.
no, I agree. So yeah,
Okay. Mr.
Yeah.
DM, would you please update Threx character sheet with all that good stuff?
It is done.
Oh. Yay!
and yes, I will be happy to pass Talon over to Rom and take the Lightbringer base.
Okay, what I missed?
Everything.
We found
No.
you found a kick-ass mace and a breastplate that no longer causes Threx to step in a bucket every time we decide to be sneaky,
That's fantastic.
and it actually makes him harder to hit.
Woo! That's just what he needs.
We found a holy mace that Grimender is going to use.
Initially, crafted for the god Pelor,
Mhm.
but it does extra radiant damage to undead.
So that's what we found so far. There are
Yep.
more.
Oh. I've been dicking around with this, trying to figure out why it won't bump him up to 20 AC.
Mhm.
And it's because the breastplate, the dex modifier, it maxes out at 2.
So it's still
So it's still 19.
19 for him, but it's no
But it
longer
does
medium armor.
disadvantage on stealth.
right? Or on ability
Right.
checks. Is it stealth checks or ability checks?
Stealth checks.
Stealth.
And
Okay.
Illyria, the other tables seem to have nothing more than kind of the very rusted remains of ancient weaponry.
But if you put them in the flame, does it make them better?
Well, it's probably been longer than a minute. What does Threx see from his battle axe?
If Rex would like to protrude his battle axe,
He
it
would.
has a faint green hue to it. And if you would roll me 1d12,
Okay. 9.
so for the next 9 hours, his battle axe becomes a +1 battle axe.
Wow.
Sweet.
So that's what, +1 to hit, +1 damage?
Yep.
Sir.
Can I get the stats for Talon, please?
Grimender
the-
has town.
It's a +1 longsword,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Oh wait,
The-
can I use a longsword? That's a question I should ask. Can I use the longsword one-handed?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking.
Long swords can be used one-handed, yes.
I'm a halfling.
I mean, if there's no restriction on the racial ability.
Right. I wasn't, like I said, I'm coming from Pathfinder, which halflings
No.
are small.
Yeah. You can use a longsword.
Okay.
And it gets +3 to hit and damage against orcs.
Against orcs.
Against orcs.
Okay, so it's a D8 with a +1 to hit.
And a longsword is versatile, which means you can actually swing it two-handed too.
Yeah, but I'm wearing a shield. So.
You are?
I am.
I have ever seen you use a shield.
It's to my AC. When I'm not in animal form. Because I tried not to die.
We're all learning so much about each other tonight.
I know. Okay, so I've got Talon, which attack stat is actually strength, right? Because it's not a finesse. +1 to attack. +2 if I'm
Finesse?
raging.
Finesse can be strength or dex.
Right.
And I believe there's the option for finesse.
Right, but I
On the
was just
character
making
sheet.
sure because being a partly barbarian, I actually get an advantage on strength checks when I'm.
Okay.
While we're doing this, can we set up to be barricaded and rest?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I think we should move the table that's in the upper room against the door, and maybe
As quietly as possible.
Yeah.
Against the outside door or the inside door?
Outside door.
The table, the workbench in the northern room should be against the northern door, like maybe tilted
All
up,
right.
kind of propped up against it.
All right. All right.
This one didn't change. That would be strength. And then if I'm raging, I add 2 to the damage. Man, now I wish I would have taken some shillelagh.
And now, not only do I have the light cantrip, I also have a weapon that can just become a torch whenever I want it to.
Thank you, Lyria.
How about that?
Alright. Let's add that to equipment.
You can become a torch whenever you want to, also.
I'm always a torch.
Ron was saying thank you for posting that link.
Yes. Gains +1 to hit, +1 to damage with the sword, +3 versus orcs. Glows blue with orcs are 200 feet. The light is 20 to 40. Cool.
What would you like to do the history check on?
I would. That's what I would suggest, Illyria. I think we should sleep, and when we wake up, we we flame on, and we go take down this doppelganger thing that's in the cavern.
All right, so Cassie, judging from your father's history books that you've scoured over, this indeed seems to be the Forge of Spells. In fact, the very center of this whole Battle of the Minds was based around this.
Has anybody checked what the creature was that Threx and I described?
You and Threx are the only ones who saw it.
Well, Threx described the whole scenario, and Rom obviously saw it.
So those who are proficient in Arcana can roll me a check.
Rom's
Oh, well.
not. He's got a -1.
I have Arcana, but my checks never really work.
Hey, you're a magic user. At least
Oh.
try. Oh, whoa. Hey, I'm not sure if that's allowed.
That's not even right. We're like over 3 minutes, and you choose to do that now.
That's it for tonight. We're done.
It's not even fair.
Let's see. It looks like Cassie got a 14.
You couldn't wait. You just couldn't wait.
Yeah,
She
you couldn't
brought
wait
it
till
to
you're
me.
off camera.
Okay, so
Sorry.
judging from the description you got from Threx and Rom combined, Mushi, you're not entirely sure, because you've never seen anything like this.
Makes
And
sense.
Cassie, even though you've scoured your father's history books and texts and all sorts of books back when you were with him, although this sounds like the description of a beholder, it just doesn't quite seem to fit. So you're not quite sure what it is he's describing to you.
Can I make some sort of check to see if the tribe of druids that I ran with came across anything like this?
I'm gonna say they would not have,
Okay.
because it's strictly a being that would be drawn forth from it would be summoned
Arcane in nature.
from an arcane plane by wizards and magic users. So
But I do know it's
necess-
not natural. Right.
Right. You absolutely know this is not a natural creature. And to go off of that, you know for sure it's not a beast that you could transform.
I can't turn into a 4-eyed, 5-eyed eyeball. Okay, so there's only 2 doors that we have to barricade, correct? That I can see in this house thing?
Yes.
Just the northern door
double
and then
doors.
the double doors, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we should move the heaviest, biggest table to the double doors. And then barricade what we can with small tables and small blocks, crates and stuff to the northern door.
All right.
And
I think
this door over here, it's already closed, right? Like,
we
These
never
are the
opened
double
it.
doors.
yeah, I know we never opened it, but do we need to still like barricade it, or?
Well, is there any kind of maybe like locking mechanism
Lock?
where you have to put a plank on it or something so you don't open the door? Or
There is one of those old-fashioned wooden beams in the door
Already?
itself.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it seem fairly
Those-
secure?
The wood, both of the doors and the beam itself, seems to have been here for at least 100 years, and it seems very weathered.
So we can probably push.
In addition to all the other wood you can see in the room, it seems ancient.
Right. Is there any anything, any wood, stone or anything that looks substantial that Threx would move into the doorways?
There's nothing that sticks out of any note.
Was there anything on the way in to the building around that he might be able to move?
There were maybe a few larger boulders outside,
Mm-hmm.
but
I make a lot of
nothing,
noise.
nothing very useful for barricading a door.
I think we should, at the very least, set up something that will clank an alarm if somebody opens up the door. So at the very least, we get an early warning if somebody's coming in here. And then I think we should rest afterwards. Barricade what we can, and then set up some kind of booby traps or something for the other door that we can't barricade. Is the door I'm standing on fresher, or is it just as bad a shape as the
It seemed
The
just
door to
as
the
bad
outside.
as shape.
just bad shape? Okay. Well, I
How
think
big
we
is
should
the
try to
fire
barricade
center?
this door, and then or barricade the big doors, and then booby trap the small door.
What was that, Ben?
How big is the fire in the center?
About 5 feet.
Then I'm going to take my warhammer and both my hand axes and lay them in the fire.
All right. Anybody else?
I assume putting Talon in there isn't gonna help it if it's already a +1.
You can always try.
Yeah, well, I'll put Talon in there, and you know what? I'll put my whole satchel of sling bullets in there.
All right.
Might as well.
Does the satchel catch fire and melt the bullets?
No, of course not. It's got flame retardant.
And see, I wasn't going to test the already magic weapons because of, crossing the streams.
Well, you know what? Well, you put your you have a warhammer?
Yeah, I have a simple warhammer.
So you had a... Oh, that was before you got Talon, right?
Right.
Ah. Was Hugh already magic? I didn't think he had a magic weapon.
He had both a regular battle axe and Hugh the magic battle axe that he got from the dragon.
Oh, I did not know that.
So
well, he
he
put
put the-
Hugh in there because that's all of his attacks are to.
But that did not give it a +1 then.
Okay,
he
so
gave
he
the
got no
regular-
effect from it.
No effect to the
Okay,
magical weapon.
then he would put in his hand axes, I guess. And he would tell everybody that magical weapons are not affected by this flame.
Maybe if you left it in there longer than a minute, it could be though.
I think it's a temporary magical imbuement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm before I fall asleep, I'm gonna wait and see how much, if there's any indication of the metal getting too hot or anything along those lines.
That's a good point. Ruby asked if leaving stuff in there longer than a minute causes non-metal items to burn.
So the fire doesn't seem to set fire to anything put inside of it.
Mhm.
And any items left in over a minute don't seem to be receiving any kind of greater buff.
So
Okay.
you can leave it in there, but it won't burn.
It certainly seems that way.
Basically what it
Then that's
is.
exactly what I'm gonna do with my warhammer, so that I don't have to worry about putting it in there before we run off. I can just grab it and we can go.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Ram is gonna put his items on this section of the fire, and he's gonna go ahead and pull out his bedroll and pass out right next to his weapons. And I think Threx would do the same.
All right.
Just leave his
And-
weapons in there with handles out, ready to go.
So while you guys are putting your weapons in, is there anything other than weapons you guys would like to put in the flames?
Ooh, I'm not actually wearing any armor, so I can't get any benefit from putting armor in there.
Yeah, I'm afraid to take off the armor just in case something happens. I don't want to be
I
struggling
can't-
to get back into it.
I can't put my dinosaur skin in the armor in the fire, can I?
Would it have any effect on a charm?
Let's see.
On a charm?
Yeah, they
If
got a
it
little bit of
doesn't
charm.
affect magical weapons, I don't assume that it affects.
It's not really
charms.
magical. It's a little
Hey.
different.
So, Rom, you can absolutely try to put the lizard hide into the flames.
Okay. I will undo the leather strings in between the deer hide and the leather, or the dinosaur hide, and I'll put the dinosaur hide inside the flame, and just keep the deer hide over as a like a blanket. Yeah. So I have Talon and my satchel of bullets and my dino hide in there. And Threx has his hand axes, and that's really it, because everything else he has is magical.
Alright. Just writing all this down. So, rapier. Daggers. Gurbender's shield.
You really put the 50-foot of rope in the flame?
See what happens.
All right.
If I get magic rope out of this, I'm gonna be so happy.
Magic rope. So, Threx has. Are we gonna say his hand axes were in there instead of his shield because I put in the wrong thing?
Yeah, I'm saying hand axes.
Okay. So technically, he has 9 hours if he pulls them out right now.
If you guys are taking if he pulls them out right now, yes.
Okay.
If you guys are taking a long rest, they'll still have 1 hour.
Okay. Unless we leave them in there, right?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, I think we were all leaving them in there while we're resting.
All right. And so, Rom, can you go ahead and roll me 3 d12s? Grbender, roll me.
I got 2, 11, and
12s.
5.
Got a 2, 11, and 5. Grbender, can you roll me? Where was it?
5 d12s.
3 d12s.
Oh man.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ba-da-da.
11, 9, and 9.
Wow, good rolls.
No idea how I'm going to try and keep track of this later on, but Lucas, can you also roll me 1 more d12 for Threx?
A 3.
3. And Illyria, can you roll me 4 d12s? All right. All right. Are you putting anything in the fire? I'm not sure if you need to make the roll or not.
We're just rolling for the things we put in the fire to see how long the enchantment lasts.
So unless you want to get naked and take off your robes and put them in the fire, I don't think you have anything to put in there.
All right, and the group's taking a long rest?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
All right.
Since I'm relatively healthy, I'll take the first shift while Illyria is doing her.
Well, we do
meditation.
have a beholder guy protecting the room.
Look, I haven't seen the beholder guy, so
Well, he's letting you know. Threx lets you know that he only entered when Rom entered, or Rom says that he only appeared once I entered the room. And Threx said that he only left when he asked for protection.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen him yet.
Trust no one.
All
So if I
right.
take the first 2 hours, somebody can take the next 2, and then Illyria can take the last 4.
Rom and Threx are passing out next to the flame, right underneath their
All right.
weapons.
All right, who's taking second watch?
Guess we're gonna volunteer Mushi.
All right. So Grbender sits for his first 2 hours, and it's eerily quiet. He's just sitting there staring at this flame for the 2 hours, and nothing seems to happen. As he wakes Mushi from her rest, to start her shift, she continues staring into the flames, keeping a close eye on the weapons to make sure they're not being like cooked or melted or anything like that. And still nothing seems to happen as Illyria is shaken from her trance to begin her shift. And Illyria's 4 hours go by uneventfully as the weapons within the fire begin to take on a faint green hue to them. And it seems that any metal that was placed into the fire the weapons associated or the armor associated with it gains a +1 benefit. And so these sling bullets themselves, Talon does not because it's already a magical weapon.
Already +1.
The dinosaur hide does not seem to. The warhammer, the hand axes, and the shield all seem to have this faint green hue. Threx's hand axes and Illyria's rapier, her 2 daggers, and the tips of her arrows, as well as the studded bits within her studded leather armor, all seem to have this faint green hue to them.
All right. Well, I put my my dino hide back on.
All right.
And so my sling actually gets
+1.
+1. Wow, that's that's amazing.
Now you could fight a beholder.
So that does not that would not affect any animal things, right? So if I stuck my hands in there, it wouldn't affect my animal creatures, right?
So does my shield currently have a +1?
Yes, it does.
I should have. Well, I can't. I don't have a metal shield, so I can't put my shield in there anyway. I've got a wooden shield because I'm not allowed to have metal armor. I got a question
Yes,
about that.
+1 to everything attack and damage, and for armor, it's +1 to AC. Yeah, what's your question?
If I have part barbarian, am I still allowed to have metal armor, i.e. a shield?
Don't think barbarians don't have any armor.
But they're
I can
proficient
double check
in
that
shields.
now.
I'm just wondering of the conflict between druid and barbarian, because I know barbarians get shield proficiency, but they don't have the metal requirement that druids have.
So I think with barbarians, it's just you get their unarmored defense ability when you're not wearing armor.
Right, but they get. But the only caveat to that is that you can still use a shield and still get the unarmored defense. And they get proficiency
I can see
in
that, yeah.
light, medium, and shields. So I was
Yeah.
wondering if I picked up a metal shield, would it conflict with my druid nature, or being partly barbarian override?
I would say it's okay.
Okay.
Bless you.
So now that we've long rested, are we going to call it for the night?
Yeah, that's where we're going to call it for the night.
Oh man.
Does